James, I've been meaning to ask you, can you really build muscle with calisthenics only?
100% yes, you can build muscle with calisthenics only. You just got to have the right approach and the right mindset.
What about you? Giggity.
Okay, in this video we're going to be discussing how to build muscle with calisthenics only. And I'm going to be really pretty in-depth in this video. So again, there's going to be two parts in this video. There's going to be the dieting part, and then there's going to be the training part. So my beliefs on this video, on this topic, yes, 100% do believe you can build muscle with calisthenics only. You just have to have the right mindset, alright? Okay, getting right into this, you want to make, the first part is the diet part. So step one, you want to make sure you're in a caloric surplus. So a caloric surplus is pretty much when you're intaking more calories than you're burning. So pretty much just the opposite of a caloric deficit. So instead of eating 200 to 500 less below your maintenance, you're eating above it 200 to 500 more calories. So therefore, gradually throughout the year, you'll gain weight. The next thing is to eat foods that are nutritionally dense. What I mean by nutritionally dense is eating foods that are packed with a lot of nutrients and are actually good for you. Alright, no excuses for that. Foods that are actually good for you. Next thing is to eat sufficient protein and carbs. Now you only need about 0.7 per pound of protein per body weight. You don't need any more than that. Any more of that would just be a waste, so don't worry about that, just 0.7. Next thing, again, stay away from the junk food. You don't need that in your diet. It's not good for you. It's just don't. Now, next part is the training part. Now, you want to make sure you stay consistent with your training. A lot of training, alright? Stay really consistent and dedicated if you really want to make gains. Next thing is hypertrophy training. So training that really stimulate your muscle growth, really damage your muscle tissue, alright? Now, people may argue against this. You want to make sure you're doing sets, not cycles. Well, those cycles can have a good impact on your muscle mass, but sets, people do argue about this a lot, but sets, I really do believe that they just stimulate your muscle tissue damage a lot more. So next thing is having the correct rep range. Now there are a lot of rep ranges out there, but there's only one that is specifically target. So there's three types of rep range you can have. There's your endurance, hypertrophy, and then strength. So strength would be about 3 to 6, my recommendations. Hypertrophy, muscle gains, would be about 6 to 12, and anything above that would be endurance training. But you don't really have to worry about the sets and reps. You just make sure throughout every workout that you're stimulating your muscles to its most best potential. So you really are damaging your muscle tissue so you can then repair and get bigger. Now, to be very specific, you want to make sure you're doing metabolic stress workouts. And what metabolic stress workouts is pretty much workouts, exercises that pump you a lot more. So while you're doing the exercise, you're adhering a lot of time under tension. And while you're under a lot of time under tension, your blood vessels narrow. So then there's less oxygen going towards those muscles. So then it'll stimulate a lot more, stimulate a lot more muscle growth. That is what metabolic stress workouts is. You do a lot for hypertrophy training. The next thing is to do is a lot of cardio and abs. Now you may be thinking, bro, you don't do cardio with when you're trying to make gains. I mean, no, that's just a big myth. Cardio, you do not burn muscle with cardio. I do cardio a lot. I do not burn any muscle. Alright, so with cardio, you want to do at least four cardio sessions a month. Yeah, with abs, you want to try your best and do abs every single day, but at the very least 5 times a week. And you want to make sure those ab workouts are really burning, alright? Same as the cardio workouts, you want to make sure they're really having your heart rate pumping. You're really trying to make you go fast and faster, right? See, abs, you want to be on fire after that workout. The next thing is to increase intensity as you progress through your workouts. Progressive overload, alright? So say for a workout you did push-ups, dips, incline push-ups, decline push-ups, and your reps were 8 to 10 reps. So you want to make sure that while you're doing these workouts throughout the next few weeks, you want to make sure that you're increasingly making it harder so you can stimulate more muscle growth. Alright, so you can do that by increasing the reps, increasing the sets, and increasing the time on attention you have. Alright, so increasing the seconds you doing that set. And a good tip, next step, is to try harder and harder as you work out. Alright, so you want to make sure if you have a good as pump at the start of your workout, you want to make sure you have that pump to the end of your workout so you can really stimulate more intensity and duration. Alright, so try harder and harder every single time. You don't want to have your pump at the start of the workout, and once you start working out you don't have it anymore. So you want to make sure you can have the best of benefits, getting the sets you want, getting the reps you want. Okay, the next thing is to do strong warm-ups. When I mean strong warm-ups, I really mean not warm-ups that will kill you. So after you've done your stretches and that, you've done all of that, next thing is to do warm-ups such as moves. So when I say moves, I mean, for example, I'm trying to get my front lever right. Before I start my workout, I want to try to hold that front lever for as long as I can. Depends on the day, alright. So if it's a pull day, I have a lot of goals. I have front lever goal or back lever goal. For the strong warm-ups, you want to try and hold that for as long as you can. But trust me, it won't kill you. It won't kill you. Just try to hold it as long as you can. That's strong warm-up. Same as a push day. So you're trying to get an LC. Hold that LC as long as you can. Next thing to do is have a scheduled routine, or I have that equally distributed. For my personal routine, I organize it in a push-pull manner. But I work out my muscles twice a week. So that's push-pull, legs, push-pull, except for my legs, I mean. And that's all equal, alright? At the first 2 push-pull workouts, I make sure they're really intense and they're strength-based. The last 2 push-pull workouts are metabolic stress workouts. So really stimulate muscle tissue damage. The next thing is to have variety, alright? You want to make sure you're not doing the same exercises over and over again, alright? It gets boring and it doesn't get fun anymore. Alright, so have variety. You just want to keep on doing one thing. So if you're doing push-ups in every single workout, you don't want to do that. It's going to get boring. Your muscles are going to get tired of that shit. Don't worry about that. The next thing is to stay motivated. My last tip is to stay motivated. Don't worry about all the struggles you suffer throughout the years, the months. It always gets better. Don't ever give up. You just have to think back on why you started in the first place. Trust me, it gets way better. And just to sum up about everything that I've said in this video, for the diet part, you want to make sure you're in a caloric surplus. You eat foods that are nutritionally dense. You eat sufficient protein and carbs. Stay away from the junk food as much as possible. And for the training part, make sure your training is consistent. You're doing hypertrophy training. You're making sure to do sets, rarely cycles. You have the correct rep range and do metabolic stress workouts. Do a lot of cardio and abs. Increase intensity as you progress through your workout. Progressive overload. Try harder and harder as you work out. Do strong warm-ups such as front levers. You have a scheduled routine, right? It's equal. You have variety, and you have to stay motivated. Now, if you're still skeptical about what I've said in this video, I'll have everything again in the description. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more content. There'll be a lot of more videos in the future. Have fun.